Hello everyone, this is Providencia. Welcome to my channel. I am here to make some delicious Dominican pinto beans. This is my husband's recipe. I am going to show it to you guys. I am going to make this with some nice delicious steaks with peppers and onions and with white rice, some salad, some sweet plantain, some avocado. I'm gonna hook it up. Yes, I am going to do the steaks separate, so I am also doing a recipe on the steaks. The reason why I'm doing it in two separate videos is because I want to try to make my videos maybe at least 25 to 30 minutes long instead of the usual 45 minutes or whatever. You guys know I am very detailed in my videos, so that's why my videos be so long. Even though I get a lot of views, I get the feeling that maybe I'll have more views if my videos was just a little bit short. So that's what I'm trying to do. But I'm definitely going to show you some light cooking in this video. I'm going to show you the steaks. And if you're interested in knowing how to make those steaks, that will be in a separate video, okay? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna probably do the steak video first, and then this will be the second video. So once I upload that video, the steak one, probably in a day or two, you'll be able to see this one. But I'll make sure I'll leave the links down in the description box below, for that way you could have both recipes. Anyhow, we are gonna use some pinto beans from scratch. All right, I do have a whole bunch of beans recipes in my playlist. I'll see if I could also leave the link to my Latin cooking playlist, and you'll be able to browse through it and see what you want to learn to make. Also, try to check out my other playlist. There's tons and tons of videos for you to learn how to make all types of recipes from start to finish, step by step. I promise you will learn how to cook very good, delicious Latin meals in my channel, because I'm very detailed. Anyhow, here are the beans right here. Voila. I am going to make these beans, but I am going to freeze some. I'm going to show you that as well. And I'm just going to cook a portion of it tomorrow. I say tomorrow because I am doing this at 12 o'clock in the nighttime. Yes. And you need to do this the night before you cook them, because I am going to leave them in water. And then tomorrow, very early, I'm going to start cooking and stuff. So I'm going to open this up. I'm going to put it in this thing that I have here, in this container right here. I'm going to put it in there, as you can see. And I'm going to put it with water. And here it is. I got a top to this. What I'm going to do is I am going to put it in my counter, and like I said, until tomorrow morning. Or you could also, there's a bean floating up here, and that is not a good sign, so you throw that away. Any beans that floats up, must throw them away. They're no good. I'm going to leave it in my counter, and I'm going to leave it overnight for it could get nice and soft. And I will do these beans tomorrow, and we'll resume with the video tomorrow, and I will show you all the other ingredients that you need to make these beans. You could also put it in your refrigerator, but it's okay to leave it in your counter if you want. Also, if you do not want to do this step, and let's say you just happen to forget to do, like, to leave them a night, like, you know, in the nighttime, put it in water like this. What you could also do is boil it for like at least 3-4 hours until they're nice and soft, and then you could start adding all of the ingredients like how I'm going to show you tomorrow. You could also do this step by using a pressure cooker as well, but I wanted to do it like this because there's a lot of people that don't have pressure cookers, and I like to think about those that probably don't have those kind of appliances, gadgets, and all that other stuff. So I am going to put the lid on this, and we are going to resume tomorrow morning. I hope you guys have a good night. Okay, so it's the next following day. Right now, I just put my beans in a very big pot. I'm gonna boil all of this first, and then the portion that I'm gonna make to do these beans, I'm gonna do it in a minute. You're gonna see it, and then I'm gonna also put some beans away in the freezer for that way I could do it for, you know, some other days. So I'm just letting you guys know. So my beans are here. It's in water. You're gonna want to put this high and try to add a decent amount of water. From this point, I have it on real high. I'm gonna just leave the lid just like this. We're gonna wanna do this for a minimum of 2 hours. In 2 hours, I am gonna go and smash it with my finger, and if I see that it's very nice and soft, then it's done. And then I'm gonna show you more or less the consistency of the beans you're looking for when you go to the next step. So we'll be back. Okay, so my beans has been here a little less than 2 hours. Okay, and look at how beautiful it looks. Some of them are already broken, but that's okay. I'm gonna also show you what you're looking for when it comes to beans. If you want to cook it a little less than that you don't want your beans to like break too much. Me, I like it a little bit broken, you know. You want to do this, and this is gonna be very hard for me to do because this is so hot. I'm gonna try my best because this is really hot. Okay, smash it, and if you see all of that coming out, and it's soft, then it's done. Right now it's off, and I turned it off, and I'm gonna show you what to do next. Okay, since you saw the beans already and all that good stuff, this is what you're gonna need to make these nice delicious pinto beans estilo Robertico, my husband. All right, and I'm gonna show you the ingredients. I have some fresh garlic. I have some cilantro. My cilantro is frozen. I usually freeze my cilantro, my peppers, my onions, and so forth, okay? And here is some pepper. See, it's frozen. What I'm gonna use is the red one and the green one. It will be best if you do this with Cubanelle peppers, because that's how most Dominicans do their beans. They do it with Cubanelle peppers. And yeah, I'm just letting you guys know, okay? But if you don't have Cubanelle pepper, you could definitely use the red one. You could use the green one and stuff like that, okay? I'm gonna use both because I'm gonna make like a little decent amount of beans for I can have some leftovers for tomorrow. I got 1 onion. I have here a half can of tomato sauce. I had used this yesterday for a recipe, so we're gonna use that. We got some oregano. This oregano, I got it when I went to DR on a vacation. So it's straight from the island. That's right. One of the best oreganos I've ever had. I have never tasted a good oregano, like never, not even here in the United States. This is by far my favorite. I got a couple of bottles that I brought back from the Dominican Republic. I got backup. Also, you're gonna need like a chicken cube, or how Dominicans call sopita. That's what they call it. But I don't have none. So you definitely could still use this, the powdered, you know, the chicken bouillon. I hope I'm saying that word right. So if you don't have like the chicken cube, definitely use that one. Adobo without the pepper. This is the blue top one. I have some corn oil here. We might have to put a little bit more salt to this. We don't know yet. You know, if you feel like you need to add a little bit more, like something salty, don't add no more like adobo, or don't add no more chicken bouillon. All right, just add a little bit more salt. But we're gonna see how this goes. We might need a little bit more. We might need to add a little bit more salt. We may not, but yeah, I'm just letting you guys know these are all the ingredients that you need. I got this pot here. I just recently bought this at Amazon. I did an Amazon haul. That's gonna be on my second channel. You'll be able to see everything that I bought at Amazon. soon anyway, because I haven't finished editing the video. I got my water over there that's gonna boil now as well, for I could do the rice, the white rice. So let me put all of this aside and I'm gonna tell you what to do next. Okay, so as you can see, I put it in a container. Just showing you all of the steaks. Yes. Okay, you guys, I have this right here. It makes 4 cups of whatever you decide to do, a recipe or whatever. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use something like this. I'm gonna fill this up at least until it reaches 3 cups. Now usually I will eyeball this, to be honest with you, but considering that some people probably want, like, you know, the like recipes on how to really make it, that's the only reason why I am measuring right now. So we got about 3 cups, okay, of beans. Then with this, something like this, like a ladle, I'm gonna go and with the same water of the beans, I am going to add it in here to make it 4 cups. All right, you'll see it right now. So 3 cups of beans I'm doing. I'm gonna wait until it reaches at least 4 cups now. Okay, I hope you guys are understanding what I'm saying. Okay. Three cups of beans, and then you make sure that you add enough water till it's like 4 cups. Okay, you guys already saw that. This is the amount of beans I'm gonna use for this recipe right here. If you do make a little bit more, then you double up everything that I'm gonna show you today. I am going to put this aside, and what I'm gonna do with the rest of the beans is I am gonna put it in these containers, okay, to freeze them. Alright, so I'm gonna put this in the freezer, and like I said, this is what we're gonna use today right here. Let's get started with this recipe. Okay, I just want to show you that I already cut the onion. You're gonna want to use half, this is the skin, a half of an onion. Okay, I did that off camera, and I have 2 garlic cloves. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put it here and we're gonna mash it. Now, if you do not have like a pestle, you definitely could use something similar like this and just like kind of grate it and stuff. That's another option for you guys, because I know a lot of people probably don't have a pestle. So I'm gonna mash it up right now. Okay, I already got my garlic here. Now let's go to the stove. Okay, so the first thing you're gonna wanna do is make sure that your pot is on low heat. And I'm gonna just put everything in there. We're gonna add more water, so I'm gonna put that aside. And what you're gonna do is add your garlic. Let me get a spoon. Well, no, let's not do the garlic first. Let's first add a tablespoon of oil. Okay, any oil of your choice, whatever you have on hand. There you go. And put that in there. Then we're gonna add the garlic that we just did, the 2 cloves. We're gonna add our red pepper and green pepper. If you have Cubanelle pepper, definitely use at least about like a quarter of that Cubanelle pepper. It would be better if you use Cubanelle pepper, but I don't have none. My cilantro thawed out, so it's gonna look a little funny in here, but once like I mix it up and turn it, it's not gonna look like that. So we're gonna use half of this packet right here. Now if you use like the chicken cube, the bigger one, definitely add half. Okay, so for now I'm just gonna use half, okay, of this. If I feel like it needs a little bit more later on, I will definitely put it in there. So I'm just gonna put this to the side, okay? And we're gonna add a little bit of adobo. If you don't want to add adobo to make it more authentic, you could use salt. If not, you could use seasoned salt for those, you know, that don't really care about stuff like that. But I know that, you know, in the Dominican Republic, they really use everything very natural. Like, they're not really into like a lot of like seasonings, like garlic powder and all that other stuff. They do everything like fresh. So that's why I said if you don't want to add adobo, add salt, okay? Okay, so let's just sprinkle a little bit of this, not too much, okay? We could always add more later on, and you don't want your beans to be salty. And we got that right there, the half of onion, and this is about 4 tablespoons. A half a can will be good for this recipe, okay? Now I'm gonna add a little bit of this and just rotate it to grab whatever else is there and just put it in there. We're gonna add a little bit of oregano, about this much, okay? That's good right there. Let me turn it. At this point, let's put it a little higher now, okay? And these beans are looking really, really nice. And look at how beautiful. I'm gonna add 2 cups of water in here. I mean, we used it for the beans, so it's not like that is dirty. I'm gonna put 2 cups of water, but if you only want, you could only add maybe 1 cup of water. Me, I like a lot of the beans broth, you know, especially with your white rice. So that's why I'm using 2 cups. If you like a lot of sauce, like a lot of sauce on your beans, you know, it's really, really good. I mean, I highly recommend put 2 cups, you know what I'm saying? Because it's really good on your rice. Oh my goodness. But if you only want to add 1 cup, you could. I'm gonna add 2 cups of water. And I'm gonna put that in there. I'm gonna put it really, really high. We want this to come to a boil, and I'll tell you what to do from there. Okay, so it's been like 5 minutes. We are going to taste the sauce, for in case we need to add like a little bit more. It's still not done. It's still like liquidy and all that other stuff. Okay, this is gonna thicken, but I want to make sure that I taste the salt content in case I have to add the other half of the chicken powder. Okay, definitely need the other half, which I had a feeling we was gonna need the other half. So add the whole thing full of this, and a whole cube full of it, all right? I am making a big portion, so that's why usually when I make beans, I don't make this much, okay? Because my kids don't really like beans. And when I make it, you know, for everyone else. So, yes, the whole thing. And I'm just going to add a little bit more of adobo. Not too much, just a little bit, okay? I think that should be good. I'm going to taste it again to see if I need to add anything else. If I have to add anything else, when it starts getting thicker, I'm only going to add a little bit more salt. That's why I added the salt in the recipe, okay? But most likely, we may not, you know, we may not need the salt. All right, so let me taste it one more time. These beans are looking really nice, the color and everything. Perfect, okay? Very good. But it's gonna taste even better when it starts getting thick and start to come together and take away from the onion, the pepper, the cilantro. Oh, yes. So I'm gonna have it here boiling until it starts getting a little thick, and then I'm gonna lower it down. We'll be back. I'm waiting until it gets a little thicker, and then I'm gonna lower it down. Okay. Yes. Look at this. It's getting thicker. See? Oh yeah. Let's check up on the beans. It's been low. This is the consistency that I wanted. Oh my god. If you hear anything popping, I just put some oil in the back, or I could do my sweet plantains. I think a little bit of water fell. Oh my god. So yes, this is the consistency that you wanted. All right. Oh my goodness, these beans. I've been tasting it all day off camera. I'm about to take out all of the onions. You want to remove all the onions and the pepper, okay? Because all that flavor is already in there. All right. Oh, nobody heard that? Nobody heard that? That popping sound in my videos. Ooh. And you could also take out some of the cilantro, although like since mine was frozen, it's gonna be hard to just pick it up, you know. If they were fresh and I just added them in the beans, most definitely I would have been able to grab it very quick, okay? But considering that, you know, it was frozen and it was thawed out, it's hard to, you know, to let it come out. But I'm trying everything that I can. You want some nice clean beans, but in my case, if one or two little cilantros in there, I'm just gonna leave it there because this wasn't fresh cilantro. If it was fresh and not like frozen and stuff, it would have been easier for me to pick up. Have you ever went to a cuchifrito If you ever been to Cuchi Frito is like a Spanish restaurant. That's where you get all your rice and beans and all that stuff. That's how these beans taste like, okay? Just like that. I'm just trying to see if there's any other cilantro. For the most part, I am cleaning them up real well. Oh my goodness. Okay, I think these are pretty clean. Let me show you guys. Oh my god, let me put it a little closer. Oh my lord. Let me put it closer to the camera, although it's gonna spill everywhere, but it's alright. Anything for my subbies. Oh. Look at that. Oh my goodness, wait, I see two cilantro. That's getting on my nerves. There you go. Now. Now these are some good beans. Alright, from this point I am gonna like how you call it, turn it off. Alright, because this is exactly how I want it, okay? I still gotta wait a few more minutes for the rice, but I'm gonna turn this off right now. Okay, so everything is done. You will be hearing my granddaughter. She's there eating. Here are the steaks. Look at the juice right there. Listen, this steak is so good. Oh my god. Oh my god. That steak is everything. Trust me. And this is the salad. These are the beans. The beans will be on a separate channel. And this will be on a separate channel. Either or, I'm going to put this clip on both of this video. So you already know. Dominican beans from scratch. Delicious and very few ingredients too. And some sweet plantains with white rice. Okay, in case anybody asks and you're new on my channel, my husband is Dominican, I'm Puerto Rican, so that's why you see both flags. I always mention that in my videos because some people could probably think I'm Dominican, or probably they could think I'm both. No, I'm Puerto Rican and my husband is Dominican. And then some corn. My kids like corn with their food, so that's why I decided to make it. And this is everything right here. Now I'm gonna plate it up and I'm gonna show you the final dish. Okay, you guys, so everything is nice and plated. That's my granddaughter. And yeah,
I'll show you after you know.
okay. All right, so let's resume. I got my steaks here. Oh my god. I got my... What? Eh. I got my steaks here. Oh my god, this is so good. Let me see if I could take a little bit more of the other one for you could at least get an example. I'm gonna put this clip on both of the ones that I just did. Let me just take a nice one here. Okay. I don't want to, like, you know. Look at how tender this is. It's just so soft. Look. That's what you want. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. But that is the steak right there. Definitely make it. The beans is so good too. Oh my goodness. Let me tell you something. He knows how to make it just like his mother. Because his mother, when I went to the Dominican Republic, she made me these beans. And I was like, oh my god, those beans are everything. So that was why you know, I decided to do it today because I was missing his mama's beans. I really was. So that's why I wanted to share this recipe with you guys. Look at how juicy it is. Please do this recipe and do this recipe right here. I'm telling you right now. Do this whole plate. For real. Some white rice. Okay, I got some cabbage salad, kind of like sort of say there. I'm gonna put some oil and vinegar. Hey, I'm gonna put some oil and vinegar, like when, you know, when it's time to eat. Corn and my sweet plantains. Oh, and avocado, of course. Look at this beauty. Míralo, míralo. Listen, please do these 2 recipes. You are not, listen, you're not gonna regret it. Trust me. This tastes so good. This tastes so good. I would have loved the onions a little bit more harder than that. I like it, like I said, I don't like it too soft like this. Listen, it's still a good steak. And I'm still eating them onions just like that. And that is it. I really do hope that you enjoyed this video. Whichever one you're watching, you could be watching this one or you could be watching this one. Either or, I'm gonna put links to both of them, so you could, if you want to do it, you could do it, okay? But I do hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you have a lovely, okay, what the hell is that? Is that like the ambulance or the police? Yes, we live in Connecticut and it ain't a good part of Connecticut. But anyways, yes, I know. Okay. Okay, you guys, take care. God bless. We all want to eat. Everybody's hungry. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.